organization, currently posted in Leh and Ladakh, and my hobby is to play and watch cricket.
Okay, great. So right now you're posted in Leh and Ladakh.
Right, sir.
Okay. Can you please tell us what is Finger 8 in context of India-China relation?
Sir, it is the notation of army in Pangong Link area. Since the diagram belongs to the shape of the finger, hence the name finger. And in finger 8, it is in our control. Up to from finger 1 to finger 8, all are currently in our control.
Okay, so it is basically a location.
Yes, sir. Right, sir.
Okay. What do you know about Pegasus? Currently, the issue is going on.
Sir, it is a spyware from one of the company named NSO from Israel.
What it is?
It is spyware.
Okay, how does it work?
Sir, generally install in cell phone, computer, and steal information without your consent.
Okay. Have you done your BTech in mechanical engineering?
Correct, sir.
Okay. So tell me, what is mechatronics? Mechatronics.
It is combination of mechanical with electronics.
How does it help mechanical engineering?
Sir, it generally reduces the effort, especially when electronic system add in the mechanical. It generally reduces the system increases the system performance. Along with you get the other qualities like sensor, temperature gradient, etc.
Okay. Tell me two things that you want to change after coming into services.
Sir, first one is infrastructure. Actually, I am currently from last 5 and 6 years I have been in infrastructure. Second one is education sector. I want to work in education sector.
Okay. What is percentage of literacy in Bihar?
It is 63.22%.
Okay. Can you comment on the current ranking of Bihar in the SDG that is recently published by Niti Aayog?
Sorry, sir. I don't know.
Okay. Why we are so lacking in education? Whereas you see in India only, one state like Kerala is topping again and again, and we are still at the bottom and just lingering to improve our performance in days to come. And what are the main issues that is not letting us to achieve our desired result in education?
Sir, you are right that we are lacking in education sector, and it is due to one of the reason is the dropout especially in primary and secondary school. Second is the unavailability of infrastructure, especially schools in Bihar are very far away from the villages. Right now this problem has been sorted out by the current government, but earlier during the 90s, 80s, 70s the schools are away from the villages, especially in rural areas. Apart from that, the connectivity to the village, the road. Second one is the unavailability of the lavatory, means the washroom, etc. So especially the girls hesitate to go to the schools.
Okay, basically the infrastructural issues did not let us to top in the education ranking sector, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Bihar is a labor producing state. Can you comment on this?
Yes, sir. Bihar is, apart from that, we are having the population is far above than the average population it should be. So we are producing more labor outside due to unavailability of work in Bihar. And it is also a good sign. Having more labor is not the burden. Since you are not utilizing our resources, human is also as a we can connect human as a resource. If you utilize it in a proper way, in a well planned way, it should be not a burden, it should be fruitful for the Bihar.
Okay, great, Prem. So I'm just handing over to Deepak. Deepak, please start with.
Good morning, Prem. I'll ask more questions from your mechanical optional because you are in core sector since last 5 or 6 years. So first do you know about artificial intelligence?
Yes, sir.
How do you think it is affecting the job sector in the country?
Sir, the main function, the main motive behind artificial intelligence is to support the humans, not for the replacement. As per there are 6 laws regarding artificial intelligence. The one of the main law is to support the human, not its replacement. Second one is artificial intelligence works on the data, so it intensify your productivity instead of giving you the wrong or misleading in the reducing the unemployment. I consider it is in positive sense.
But don't you think it is stealing the jobs of humans? We already see reports that more than 50% of the labor will be replaced by artificial intelligence in the coming decade. So what is your opinion on that? How do you think? Take an example of railways. Suppose there is a ticket window and there are 5 or 6 staff who is booking the tickets. But now most of the things have moved online. So how do you think they will be replaced? Where will they get their jobs? Just give an example or analogy about how will you employ them.
You are correct, sir. But I want to add that when in 1990s IT sector came, this concept was raised that it will give away the job. But now from last 30 years, IT sectors are contributing in our GDP more than the other sector. So I considered it instead of, since we have the majority of population in working age, so we consider right now it is one type of replacement. But after few years or 5 years, it will enhance our productivity. It will optimize our resources. So instead of thinking about the bad aspects of artificial intelligence, we should consider it is in positive sense. And the second, sir, your question is about the replacement. Sir, one sector, especially in renewable source of energy, we have near about generation of 90 gigawatt capacity. But due to the assembly problem, we have not generated. We have generated near about 2.2 million jobs. Whereas in China, in the same production rate, they produces 22 million jobs. So
Okay.
this is the
Prem, we'll move to the next question. Have you heard about Sophia robot?
Sophia. Yes, sir.
Can you tell me something about it? What are its features or how is it different from other robots?
Sir, it is human before in one of the Arab country. And the location is, sir, if I am not wrong, it is in Saudi Arabia. It has all the qualities apart from the different robots. It can also attach to the artificial intelligence, whereas some of the robots generally used in the industry are not that features.
Okay, I'll move to my last question. I'll just ask, you have done mechanical engineering in BTech and then you are in core sector since last 5 or 6 years. So why are you opting for BPSC now? What are your motivations?
Sir, first one is here I will get the diversity of work along with the broader platform, and in border road organization, we will get the monotonous work from the first day to the last day of retirement. We will do the same work, having the maintenance, management and repair work. Where when I get into the civil services, I will get the different responsibility at different times. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, Bilal, you start.
So, Mr. Prem, you have done your BTech in mechanical engineering. Where did you do your BTech from?
It is BIT Sindri. Initially, it is in Dhanbad, Jharkhand. Initially, it was Bihar Institute of Technology, Sindri. Now it is Birsa Institute of Technology when Jharkhand came to existence in 15th November 2000.
Okay. So, what are the major problems, socio-economic problems you see in Sindhi?
One is the economic problem is the close down of 3 plants. One is the FCI, other one was the shutdown of the plant related to steel. A third one is about the socio-economic concept. They generally lack the women work participation.
How would you use your mechanical engineering knowledge in administration, directly and indirectly?
Sir, directly engineering tells me about before you start any work, try to first understand the work. Second one is analyze work, then execution. I will utilize these 3 qualities in administration when I will get the respective department or respective work. And indirectly it is about the man management and material work, where with the help of our staffs or our colleagues or juniors along with our seniors, we will.
In Bihar, we see the industrial sector a missing sector. As a mechanical engineering, how would you contribute in developing the industrial sector, that is secondary sector?
Sir, I want to convey 2 messages. It is right that Bihar lacks in industrial sector. For industries, we have made the right policy, but due to the unavailability of land, because if you want to establish industry in Bihar, so there should be availability of land, but we know that 90% of land belongs to the marginal farmer. For establishing the industry, we have to first acquire the land. Second one is the unavailability of resources, but it can be countered by using the freight equalization policy of government, where we can take resources from our neighboring states like Jharkhand, Odisha and Paschim Bengal and establish industries.
Okay. What are your hobbies?
Sir, to play and watch cricket.
So you watch cricket also?
Yes, sir.
Who is your favorite player?
Sir, currently Rohit Sharma.
Can you give me some of his data statistics?
Sir, he is
ODI and Test.
Sir, in ODI cricket, on individual score, he has made 264 against Sri Lanka. That is still highest. He has made 4 double century in ODI cricket. That is one of the highest. He has.
What are his rankings in ODI and Tests?
Sir, in Test, he is out. He is not in top 10. In one day cricket, currently he is in 5th position.
So, have you heard about ICL, Indian Cricket League?
ICL?
Yes.
Yes, sir, I heard that.
Can you tell me some reason about its downfall and role of IPL and BCCI in the downfall of ICL?
First of all, in India, the Cricket Control Authority is BCCI, Board of Control Cricket of India. ICL was not attached to the BCCI. It was the independent authority. So BCCI raised question regarding this. Either you are come with the government or come via BCCI, but they denied it. And the second aspect is IPL. When IPL was started in 2007, and with a big tagline, that is talent needs opportunity. And after the IPL, it's revolutionized the Indian cricket, especially in the shorter format. Especially the players like Rohit Sharma, then Hardik Pandya,
Can the downfall of ICL be blamed on IPL or the use of authority on ICL? The use of authority negatively to suppress ICL and promote IPL?
Sir, you are correct, but it is main apart from this region. Actually, IPL started after 3 years, 2.5 years of IPL. IPL start after 2.5 years of ICL. On some of the corrupt practices happened in ICL, which also one of the reasons behind downfall.
Okay, can you tell me something about the Lodha committee and its recommendation?
Yes, sir. LoRa committee was formulated by the government of India to regulate especially the voting rights. Every state has given the voting rights initially. For example, Maharashtra has 3 voting rights. One is Maharashtra team, other one is Saurashtra team, third one is Vidarbha team. Whereas right now they have only one vote, one state, one vote. If in India right now 28 states with 8 territories, so there should be 36 votes, and everyone should be on equal platform.
The board was constituted for an year, and it was meant to be but it continued after a year also. What was the reason behind it, and is it correct, legally correct?
No, sir, it was not legally correct. But BCCI was at that time not interested in implementing some of the points. First point is regarding the cooling period. In LoRa committee, it was written that after 3 years, you have at least 3 years of cooling period. Then again, you can join the organization. Second point was in administration, apart from cricket related activity, no one should bear the 60% of the post. 40% of the post, if you are attached with the sports, you can take it. But they are at that time 90% of the post were taken by the non-cricketers.
Okay, Prem. So you play cricket also. What
right,
are
sir.
the qualities that would add to your merits in administration that you have gained from playing cricket?
Sir, first one is teamwork. It teaches us cricket teaches us the teamwork. Without teamwork, we cannot win. Similarly, in administration, with the help of a team, we can excel even in adverse conditions.
Do you introspect yourself?
Sir, sometimes.
What are, sir, your negative qualities?
Sir, I am little bit introvert.
Sir, it is over from my side.
Okay, Adil, thanks. So, Prem, when is your actual interview?
Sir, 4th of August, second half.
4th of August, second half, okay. So, still you have time, one week more. Okay,
right, sir.
You just take one more mock with us.
Right,
and accordingly, you talk to Namita. She will just, organize one more mock for you. And
right,
what we observe in you, let me start with myself only. Look, you are a good candidate, no doubt. Okay, you are a promising candidate. You are very cool and calm. Okay, with positive attitude and outlook. So definitely these qualities are going to help you a lot. But at the same time, you have to take some precautions.
Right.
Some precautions like if interviewer is asking some questions, you should not say that your question is about replacement. Like Deepak asked one question and you said that your question is about replacement and all. So you don't try to repeat that question with interviewer. Okay, suppose that there are 2-3 questions clubbed in one long question. So you just try to keep yourself up to date so that you can just answer in that sequence only, rather than just telling the interviewer that you have asked this question first, then this question or that question. So not to do this, try to change it. And since you are a candidate with engineering background, you have done BTech and you have invested 4 years of your invaluable time. So that must reflect when you are saying or just telling your answer to the panel. Like you said at one place, like different responsibility, different time. So there is nothing like in English that is allow you to say like this. Okay, if you जैसे हम कहते हैं ना कि लगभग, so for लगभग you cannot just try to say in English also be different, है ना? Yeah, about ऐसे हम नहीं कह सकते हैं. So try to just have this thing in your mind. So Adil asked one question about engineering knowledge in administration.
Sir.
So look, whatever for the all candidates it is there. So suppose that we have done our graduation in XYZ subject or options or streams whatsoever. So you must carry some some takeaway points from your engineering. It is not like that you just a problem solving approach. Problem solving approach is one. But apart from that, you possess some quality like that optional or that your graduation stream has made you such a person who is good in aptitude, who is quick learner, who can deliver in a very short span of time. Okay, so these are the qualities, and it may be many. Like these are the qualities which are going to help you not only in administration but anywhere in your life. Suppose that you are in BRO. BRO, you must be interacting with many people there. You must be talking. You must be shaping your knowledge. You must be trying to influence some people, or some people are trying to influence you. So that creates an attitude which is central attitude, and it becomes a part of your day-to-day working, whether you are in administration or somewhere else. So it must reflect in an answer that yes sir, I have done BTech in mechanical engineering, and definitely sir, I learned some aptitude there and some problem solving technique, and I think sir, I may use it in administration also, since administration is also becoming a kind of technocrat day by day. A lot of technology is coming, and that's why sir, I think myself fit there, so that I can just quickly resolve the problem or resolve the issues. So in this way you can see some of the questions, pertinent question I asked, like you said that Bihar is a labor producing state, I said, and I asked your comment. So in that comment you started saying it is good, it is like that. Okay, I have recorded your answer script, so you will just listen it after this mock, and you just try to judge yourself by listening yourself only. So like that, if I say that Bihar is a labor producing state, in the answer you must have said sir, definitely sir, Bihar is a labor producing state. That what population multiplication factor is with Bihar, that is there, and that is truth, and we have to accept it. But we have to use this population, this demography in such a fashion that help Bihar to grow and become developed one day. So we should go for industrialization using that manpower, trained manpower in our production process, rather than just supplying labor without training, without value addition, etc. So that is not going to help us in long term. So we should go for more number of ITI, more number of polytechnics, more number of industrial outreach. We should invite industry in our state also. There are some bottlenecks, but definitely we have to correct it, and they can and after that we can make Bihar a labor producing state to a industrial goods producing state, like that you can say. So since you are a mechanical engineer, so being a mechanical engineer, you must try to mold examiner towards some technology, use of technology to redress the problem, use of technology to reduce the unemployment. use of technology to reduce the various issues that Bihar is facing right now. So these are the things. Suppose that I am from medical background. I'm from medical background. Then what are the things that should reflect in my answer? I should focus on demography, a good healthy demography of the state. How I can minimize the health expenditure. How I can supply the best services at the cutting edge level like Sadar Hospital, District Hospital, etc. At the PSC and all. Okay. So your answer must, get examiners towards your field, rather than just saying the one word, one sentence answer and just stopping yourself. So in most of the answer, you had started very good, but you just ended up saying one sentence or two sentences. So try to be, very formal and try to be very crisp, but try to explain it properly. Okay. Like I asked one question, mechatronics. Mechatronics is definitely, it is there to, increase the performance of the mechanical system. First of all, you should define, so mechatronics means it is use of electronics in mechanical devices, mechanical system. Since mechanical is mechanical system is a heavy system and which operates with lesser efficiency, so we use electronic technology like diode, triode, okay, MOSFET, JFET to just enhance the process of this. We use microprocessor and microcontroller to control the machine. That machines used to be controlled by the human being first, but now we use this technology to give it more efficiency and more efficacy. So like that, the whole personality should be reflected in your answer. So each candidate, this is open for each candidate. So try to reflect your graduation. Try to reflect your education till now, whatever education you got. One question they'll ask that introspection. You introspect yourself. You introspect your journey till date. What are the difficulty and challenges you faced in your life, and then you just try to come out with some solution. That solution may not be sacrosanct, but definitely it is going to give some insight to the interviewer. So that's all from my side. So definitely you will do it. Just take more mock with us, and rest. Deepak, please start with.
Prem, I believe that you have prepared well for the interview, and also I think you have a good knowledge about your subjects. But only 2-3 things I'll suggest you based on my own experience. Also, I think that when you are preferring BPSC over BRO or even UPSC for that matter, you should never degrade your the job you are doing right now. Like you are in BRO, you should not tell that it is monotonous, or you should talk negatively about it. It shows you in a bad light that you are not happy in your current job. You should always tell the benefits of the new job. Like in BPSC, what you can achieve more, how will it help to grow your own personality. So this is my personal suggestion. Also, I think the information you have to put it directly, like not like in an analytical manner. Like when sir asked about the literacy rate in Bihar, you told straight away 63.22%. No, it should not look animated. It should come in a more analytical way. It should not be direct. And like I know that you knew the answer. Every panel members, all the panel members knew that you know the answer, but you have to put it in a subtle way. Also, last thing I'll tell that when I asked the question about the losing of jobs of the booking clerks on railway stations, what will happen to that. So you can directly pursue the answer, because I think you went a bit astray about it, and you did not address the problem. So the simple answer could be that we can reskill or upskill the existing staff, because there is already so much lack of staff in various organizations, including railways. So it will improve your answers, and I think you are doing well, and all the best from my side.
Thank you.
Adil.
सो प्रेम, आपका इंटरव्यू बहुत अच्छा रहा, आपको नॉलेज भी अच्छा है, लेकिन कुछ चीजें मैं बताना चाहूंगा। जैसे ये बीपीएससी का इंटरव्यू है, इसमें आपको जब इंट्रोडक्शन के लिए पूछा जाता है तो वहाँ पे आपको अपना नाम और कहाँ से ये बिल्कुल भी नहीं बताना होता है। तो आपको शुरू करना है कि हाँ, आपका एजुकेशनल बैकग्राउंड कहाँ है, क्या है, वहां से शुरू करना है। आपने एजुकेशन, इसीलिए आप कहाँ से हैं उस पर क्वेश्चन नहीं बनता है, आपने एजुकेशन कहाँ से लिया उस पर क्वेश्चन बनता है। इसलिए मैं आपसे सिंगरी के बारे में पूछने लगा। आप जब आंसर कर रहे थे तो आपका आई कांटेक्ट बहुत हट रहा था, आप कभी इधर देख रहे थे, कभी इधर देख रहे थे, तो जहाँ पे आप सोच रहे थे वहाँ पे बिल्कुल आप थोड़ा सा पैनिक जैसा हो रहे थे, तो वहाँ पे बिल्कुल कूल रहना है। और कंसिस्टेंसी आप में थोड़ा कमी देखे, कहीं पे आप बहुत ज्यादा एक्सप्लेन कर रहे थे, कहीं पे बिल्कुल शॉर्ट में बोल के निकल रहे थे। तो एक यूनिफॉर्मिटी होना चाहिए आंसर्स में। और बाकी सर लोगों ने बहुत कम्प्रिहेंसिवली आपको बताया है, तो ओवरऑल ठीक है, लेकिन कुछ बेसिक चीजें आप इसको देखिएगा।
सर तो वहाँ पे सर कुछ बोलूं तो?
हाँ प्रेम, तुम कुछ क्वेश्चन हो तो पूछ सकते हो डेफिनेटली।
सर वहाँ पे नाम और ये डिस्ट्रिक्ट नहीं बताना है सर?
नहीं।
ग्रेजुएशन।
एनी अदर क्वेश्चन प्रेम?
सर ग्रेजुएशन के बाद कॉलेज से प्लेसमेंट हुआ था, तो जिंदल स्टील में भी 2 साल काम किया, उसके बाद वहां से किया, तो वो बताना है या नहीं बताना है?
नहीं, बता सकते हो डेफिनेटली यार, इट इज गोइंग टू हेल्प इन योर पर्सनालिटी ना, कि 2 साल तुम जिंदल स्टील में काम किए, वहां पे तुम तमाम सारा प्रोसेस देखे होगे
सर, है
ना, स्टील का क्या योगदान है हमारे जीडीपी में, उसको तुम कंट्रीब्यूशन देखे होगे इन स्टील प्रोडक्शन वेयर वी स्टैंड इन द वर्ल्ड, है ना, उसमें तुम बता सकते हो। स्टील इज अ बेसिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर on which many infrastructures are built. So this is the very raw commodity, है ना, कहाँ पे स्टील के प्रोडक्शन है, कितना है, कहाँ से आयरन ओर आता है, कहाँ से कोल आता है, whole the process you can explain.
सर,
है ना,
ये नेगेटिव में नहीं होगा ना सर, जो आप जॉब फॉर फिर वहाँ गए, फिर वहाँ गए। Always remember one thing. Whatever you did till now in your life, if it was good, take pride of it. If it was bad, learn from it. Okay, but never regret कि ऐसा हुआ होता तो ऐसा हो जाता, वैसा किया होता तो वैसा हो जाता। जो हो गया सो हो गया। What are the things that you have learned from that incident that is more important than just hiding something कि नहीं ये कह दूंगा तो क्या होगा, ये सोचोगे तो फिर कहीं नहीं पाओगे ना। जब ये सोचोगे, एक चीज को रोकना चाहोगे, तो उसके साथ बहुत सारी चीजें एसोसिएटेड होती हैं, तो वो रुक जाएंगे। So in the process, your whole personality will not come out, and if your whole personality is not coming out, then obviously the examiner will not able to judge you, and they will just give you very general marks. Right. So that is detrimental. If you have if you have spoken very well, if you have spoken holistic manner, then definitely it is going to help examiner to judge about you. Okay, and they can come to a decision that, oh, this candidate is promising and he is a fit for SDM or fit for Deputy SP or etc. So accordingly they will just allot you marks.